There's a lot of interesting things that go on in Kansas that people don't know about.
And one of the more interesting things is the making of vinyl records here in Salina.
I mean, it's probably a niche to most people, but it ain't a niche to me.
Chad Kassem is the founder and owner of Quality Record Pressings. It's a division of Acoustic Sounds, a Salina-based online and mail-order retail music company selling both new and used vinyl records.
We sell all over the world.
Kassem moved to Kansas in 1984. He turned a hobby of collecting records into a business of buying, selling, and trading records. From there, Kassem says the company started reissuing old records, selling them over the internet, and before long,
we couldn't get our records pressed fast enough.
So he decided the only way to get the records faster was to build his own pressing plant. That was in 2010. These record pressers were built in the 1960s, but have been upgraded with current computer technology.
And so it's a lot more accurate.
About every 30 seconds, a new record is pressed. The company currently makes about 1.6 million of these vinyl records a year and has the capacity to make 2 million a year.
But the record never died.
Kassem says their business is thriving because...
And people still want them, they love them.
Kassem has gotten used to responding to people's amazement that a company in the middle of Kansas is pressing millions of records.
They say it so much, why Salina? I say, why not? You know, they go, you're in the middle of nowhere. I said, no, we're in the middle of everywhere.
And from the middle of everywhere, Salina, workers like Stan Bishop are bringing back to life records from decades past, as well as pressing to vinyl some of today's music.
This one right here is Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced?
A record I once owned as a youth.
Which we've done a million of.
He makes what's called the stamper, used in pressing the records. Tina Tanner watches for defects before the records are packaged and sent out.
No flaws or just make sure they're good.
Listening to records all day like these guys do? Sounds like a good job.
When we're listening, we're not listening for the music, we're listening for defects.
Quality Record Pressings employs 45 in 2 shifts. Kassem estimates 30% of their business is outside the U.S.
We make our money from people from overseas and in other states, and we spend it here.
He firmly believes the business has room to grow. So now you know about another Kansas-made product.
Vinyl Records made in Kansas!
From Salina, Chris Frank, Cake News.